Alright, welcome back everybody to another episode of Final Fantasy VII Remake, as we are now continuing from our last episode where we're hunting for the dog that is one of the side quests, and you're going to run right into him in the back of the map here in a moment. Here we are! Yes, there he is, the Wrath Hound, so he's not too hard. I found that he wasn't too hard. He was just kind of just a little bit healthier dog, had just more health overall, but same weakness, fire. Throw a bunch of fire on him, he's gonna go down pretty quickly overall. One thing I notice I do a lot, and I've been doing this for a while, every time I don't know why I do it, is I tend to look at my abilities before they're ready. I stop to think, or stop to look at the bars on the right all the time and just keep looking, hoping that they're going to be there. Never are when I'm looking, but you can see here, Tifa just used one of her abilities, threw it at him, and then Cloud, we're going to drop some Braver on him. One thing with Braver that I always notice and always make a mistake is when they're too far away, or they have abilities to be too far away, so I make mistakes all the time with that. So triple slash here. Triple slash is pretty useful. I've found that it's most useful with multiple enemies around. So we'll throw some fire at him, and somehow we missed, or we hit him right at the end. So he's gonna run here, it looks like. We'll go ahead and break up these boxes over here, and then we'll go chase after him and go kill him. So, and he's going to be back near the entrance, I would most likely believe. When we get there, I believe a guy is going to talk to us. So again, I've done this chapter before. I kind of went back and re-recorded this because my last recording was not very good. I thought it'd be better to go back and do this so you guys didn't see me running around like a chicken with its head cut off. So we're going to talk to this dude right here.
Tifa! Hey, Cloud! I drove the hound into the area up ahead. He's pissed, so make sure you're ready.
This area was blocked off earlier. He cut through it, so we're going to go back here and have our fight with him. I don't remember if this one I ended up having some issues overall with the fight. I feel like at one point on one of the fights I did go down because I did not heal. I tend to have problems healing for some reason. I tend to forget about that thing called heal. So yeah, here he goes. He went down, and Tifa, I feel like he's gonna go down or something's gonna happen because again, for some reason I just don't heal, and it always causes the problem. So just remember, heal as often as possible. And I thought doing damage while he has somebody knocked down, maybe they'd get knocked off quicker. I don't think that's true. I think you just get a chance to, he just focuses on one target and you get a chance to do damage on him while he's doing that. I was hoping that it would eventually, like, allow them to knock him off quicker, but it doesn't seem like that's how it works.
Still in.
Honestly, at this point in the fight, I should have probably been using spells and not necessarily using my abilities. It would have probably gone down a little quicker than he does currently. So, and again, should be healing and still not doing it. Jeez, was I terrible right here at this moment. So, annoying. And I bet you we're gonna die because I didn't heal. Here we go. It's the death. The death is coming because I didn't heal. I don't know why my thought process here again. So remember, heal as often as possible.
I've got to do something.
I'm thinking we learned a lesson here, so what I'll do is I'll load up back. We'll just bounce right back to the fight. So hold on one second, everybody. We appreciate ya. So to prevent you from all seeing the same stuff again, I went ahead and skipped us ahead right to the fight. So again, I think here we're going to try our best to heal and not die again. Or at the least, try our best not to make the same mistakes. You know, I was wrong about the weakness. I just realized the weakness is actually Blizzard, so I should have been using that with Tifa. But fire is not necessarily a bad thing. It does do damage to the thing, to the dog. So still use the spell damage. I tend to see that fire still does a decent amount of damage. So Tifa just took a good hit. Blizzard then does the damage afterwards. So you hit him, it like knocks him back for a second, and then it explodes out and does the damage. You'll find as the game progresses there's a couple mobs that do that, so it's pretty useful actual ability. I don't know if the upgraded version, I haven't ever gotten the upgraded version yet, so we'll see as the game goes on. And we have him staggered, so this is the chance to go all out and to take him down before he comes back up. So it's super important to do abilities and to change your stance, because you'll take him down faster. So there we go. Boss beat, or mini boss, or whatever we want to call him. So I would say it's probably smart just to return to Weimer at this point. There's not really anything here, but you could break them and go about it, and then run back. You could have just gone back to Weimer and that would have been just fine.
Don't screw this up. Took care of the dog, did you? Whew. We owe you one.
Gotta say, I've never seen a Shinra breed like that before. Out of curiosity, when exactly did it show up?
Oh, today. The first reports came in just this morning. Why do you ask? Wait a minute. There's this crazy story about a Shinra research lab hidden right beneath our feet under the slums.
Huh. Really? That's news to me.
And here I thought you might know something I don't. Well, I guess not.
It's a big organization. Sure, there's lots of secrets I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. You got the bastard. That's good enough for me.
Alright, dog is down, on the prowl, completed.
I'll bet a lot of people are talking about you right now. There's this amazing merc who can handle anything.
Nothing I've done around here has been all that special, though.
Oh, so you want more of a challenge, huh?
Alright, I think at this point we can go back to the market guy. I don't even know what they call it, scavenger market, or it's that market up on the hill. So we can head back up to him, turn in that quest, and I believe that leads us into the second part of that quest, where we go kill a little bigger dragon thing, or drake. I think it's another type of drake. So let's run up here, let's take a look at it.
Got rid of those drakes in the factory, did ya? What a relief. I can't wait to give my regulars the good news. You're the real deal, all right. Keep it up, and I can see you going far as a merc in this town. I've worked with my fair share over the years, so believe me when I say that I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you're needed over at the Pillar. Apparently another flying bastard stirring up trouble. Bet you can't get enough of this, huh?
Well...
No, I get it. If you're good at something, might as well make it your living. May not know you, but I know a man who's found his calling when I see one. Keep at it. I switch out my stock every so often, so drop by when you're in the neighborhood, huh?
Oh, I never noticed he restored your HP and MP fully. I guess I didn't pay attention to that, but that was pretty sweet. So we're going to run off and to do that other drake, which is going to be back where we were earlier. So we're going to run down that way and take a look at what they have to say.
You can't hide forever.
Looks like I'm not the only one.
You never know. The sector. If the planet's a living.
Seriously? Tifa, you won't believe this. A cerulean drake flew in from the train graveyard, but these two clowns refused to get off their butts and do anything about it. Hey, is that It is you, the new Merc. Then maybe you can help us out. The Drake is in the old telegraph factory over there. But to reach it, you'll need to get a hold of a watch security key. You should be able to find one inside one of the crates. I forget which. Just smash them all.
Alright, we're headed right back into the warehouse. And we're going to go to that door that we could not open earlier that I talked about. So we're going to go back to the Talagar factory, go through this warehouse, and we're going to just kind of follow the path through. If you want to look around now, there's boxes back in here. There'll be stuff like that that respawns, but the chests, they're all gone outside of anything that's in the next bay. So you're going to face the Gorgers again and any of the Drakes. So, Gorgers, super easy, not hard to take down. Alright, we're gonna head out of here since we defeated all of them. And there is a path to the left which is longer, but I almost forgot about the door to the right that we unlocked earlier. So it means we don't have to go through all those mobs again, so we can take down whatever's in this room and then unlock the door to the left. Which I was very close to going the longest way.
You're good at this.
Told you so.
I mean, there's no harm in going back and killing the mobs. I mean, that's just going to get you experience, so we'll head back and we can kill these mobs right here. Just more experience, possibly drops on us, so I guess it's not necessarily the worst thing to ever go back and gear grind a little bit, or what we, item grind, or farm, or XP farm, however you want to use it. There's nothing wrong with doing it. Ever.
Would kill for a shower. That the key?
Yeah.
Huh. And if I wouldn't have gone here, they wouldn't have gotten the key anyway, so I almost forgot all about that. So yeah, you gotta go back there to get the key, so head on back and you'll be able to open the door.
Coming through.
Cerulean Drake. So a little higher level Drake than the previous one, but again, the Drakes aren't like gigantic. That's the one thing. When I think of like a Drake or a dragon, I always thought about like this giant beast of a thing. But in this game, like the beginning, they're very small. So who knows if they get bigger? I have not seen anything bigger than this so far. So maybe we'll see something super huge, and that'd be cool. I'd like to see some larger monsters eventually, like gigantic ones at some point. I don't know if we're gonna see them in this game, or if we're gonna have to wait till the future games. I hope we see some big monsters.
I got this. Gotcha. Good luck.
Taking over.
One thing that stinks about Tifa and Cloud is neither one of them are a long-range fighter, so this fight is kind of a pain without Barret, but Cloud can of course leap like 15 feet up in the air with no problem and get the target, so do we need Barret? I don't know. Maybe not in the end, but I think he becomes more central as the game goes on. And this guy, I think, again, is weak to like wind damage, and of course we don't have anything for wind, so you just fire magic as much as possible at him. That's pretty much what I've come to find out, is these guys, he can do as much actual magic damage, because outside of that, you're basically asking to never kill the guy.
Was never in doubt.
And going fast traveling for this is worth it. I had no reason to go back through the whole thing just to end up right here and fight all the monsters. I just wanted to get right back to the beginning.
And there he is. I knew you were the right man for the job. There's no denying you're the real deal. Not like these idiots with their excuses. Rather have one of you than 20 of them.
They're just doing their jobs. Can't expect them to be at your beck and call.
What exactly is it you're trying to say, Merc?
You need people who can follow orders, too.
I see now. Heard you were ex-Shinra. Guess I shouldn't be surprised you'd go to bat for your old buddies. Me, I'm just looking out for my people. All there is to it. Hell with you. We can take care of this town ourselves. No more Mercs or Shinra. We'll build up the watch and kick you all out.
Okay then. That's another solid gig in the books. You know, the whole town is really impressed with what you've done. Keep it up, and you'll have enough work to keep you fed for a lifetime.
All thanks to you.
And don't you forget it.
So where do we get paid? The shop or something?
Yeah, but why don't we head back to the apartments first? Take a quick breather.
Which lesson was that again?
Lesson 1. Got it? Anyway, let's go.
Alright, I think that's the last bit of side quests here. So, at this point, we'll just head back to the apartments before we proceed with the main story. And from there isn't much to go on after that. I think, well, yes there is. There's I think one more section after we do the apartment stuff. So, but for the most part, that was the main side quest.
I wish I had your strength.
Huh? Someone's back awful early. Not that I mind. Would you two be dears and swap your filters out for me? I left them in your rooms.
Sure thing.
Not so fast, you. Do me a favor. She needs a friend. A real friend.
We're already friends.
So when she talks, are you really listening? Thinking about her and her feelings? Or are you just going through the motions? Go on.
Let's take care of this real quick, okay?
Sure.
Come over when you're done.
Alright, we'll head back to our apartment, change out the filter, and then run back to Tifa's apartment here in a moment. So, this is kind of like one of those random events. I don't know if it really had a purpose other than just, here's this thing to do. But, whatever.
Give me 1 sec. I'll be done in a bit. Finally. So, after you left the village, I let you off the hook before, back at the hall, but not this time.
Well, when we were kids, everybody wanted to be a soldier, right?
Yeah, I remember they were on the news every day during the war.
Thing is, by the time I finally made it in, they didn't need heroes anymore. It was nothing like what we dreamt of. It was just working for Shinra. Just...
I'm sorry. I know it's a touchy subject.
Not exactly small talk. Especially with someone you haven't seen in a while.
I get it. Still, it's kind of funny. Us going our separate ways, thinking that must be it. That we'd never meet again. And then here, of all places, we do. You know what? We should totally celebrate. Let's dress up and hit the town.
Really?
I mean, why not? It'll be fun.
Do you even have fancy clothes?
Not like fancy, but I'll figure something out. What do you think would suit me, huh?
Well, this looks like the part where you get to choose what she wants to wear, and I
Something
thought
fun.
mature was the best choice, in my
I
opinion.
guess we're not kids anymore. Be sure to pick an outfit that goes with mine, okay?
Will do.
This is gonna be so much fun. You'll see.
Yeah. Maybe.
And on that happy note, I think it's time we headed back to the bar. Come on.
You don't need a break?
Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. Marl isn't always right, you know.
Alright, so we'll go back downstairs and I think head back towards the bar where we'll continue the story.
Hey, Marl. We took care of the filters, so we're gonna head back to the bar now.
Take care, you two. Oh, you're looking pretty chipper.
I don't feel that different.
Must be my imagination, then. Anyway, keep your wits about you, Merc. A token of my appreciation. Be good to her.
I'm kind of confused what we're waiting for here. It almost feels like there's a bug sitting here. Are we gonna proceed forward?
And here we are. You must be tired.
Same as you, I guess.
Could use a little something to take the edge off, right? How about a refreshing cocktail made by yours truly that you can sit back and savor?
Tifa.
Yeah, I'm feeling it a bit too. Hey, do you think you'll stick around a little longer?
Maybe. Work for a minute, build up some savings.
I see. So, what'll it be? Want to head back out for a little while? We're back.
Did you have fun?
Lots of fun.
Hey, need y'all downstairs.
Right now? Then the plan is...
Marlene, wanna go wait for Jesse out front?
Okay.
Looks like we're officially on for tomorrow night then. Gotta go over the details with the others.
Before you do, about my pay.
You'll get your money. So sit down and shut up until we're finished. Double time, Tifa.
I'm really sorry, but it shouldn't take much longer. In the meantime... grab a seat. What'll it be?
I don't know. Something hard and bitter.
Well, most people would say something sweet right about now.
I'm sure they would.
Ah, but you're a more discerning customer, aren't you? In which case... our house special, the Cosmo Canyon.
Beautiful.
I gotta go. Enjoy. Hey, you see the news? The reactor bombing was the work of the eco-extremist group Avalanche. Public enemy number 1. Gets your heart racing, doesn't it? They don't know our faces, so we're in the clear for now. But we'll want to capitalize on this momentum. Speaking of which, you coming on the next one?
For the right price.
Oh, you can bet I'll be pushing hard for a raise. Tifa will be joining us too, but I don't know. Even a blind man can see her heart's not in it. She was never on board with the bombings, so if it comes down to do or die, if I've got to put my life in someone else's hands, then I'd rather that someone was a professional, like you.
Could still kill some time.
Alright, and this is the point where we get to actually go play a little mini game in here, which is the darts. So just bum around for a second and then run over there, check out the music. Yeah, let's change that music. Alright, we'll jump on these darts. So if you haven't played this dart game, it's actually extremely easy to do. It took me a couple times. You don't have to really go too crazy. You just use your 2 joysticks to line it up, and then the hope here is to get as many bullseyes as possible. The more bullseyes, the faster it is. I think I had to do this a couple rounds myself here, so once we achieve that, I ended up getting it, I think after the 2nd or 3rd try. So look at them bullseyes. It's not necessarily super hard. It's actually kind of an enjoyable game. We're of course not going to do it this time, so we're going to end up having to come back and redo the game and then start from there again. So at this point, everybody, I'm going to stop here. We'll come back to our further games when we return. So appreciate you all. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you later.